everybody. How's it going?
What?
Oh, hi, Soren.
I'm over here. Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. Hondo, how are you? Can you turn that down a little bit? Thank you. Hey, Mulebauers. Good to see you guys. Logan and Luke, how are you? I'm very excited to be checking in with all of you here in the middle of the week 4 of VBS. It's been a lot of fun. We'll talk a little bit, but we'll give everyone else maybe a moment to get there. Oh, Nayeli is here too. Hi, Nayeli. How you doing? How does my beard look tonight? We're good, thank you. Snugly at the nice, very cool, very, very good. So I got to see Logan very quickly yesterday. So he was excited to be outside, I think. Very cool, very cool. Well, while we wait for more people to show up, this week for Compassion Camp, it was week 4, and we were talking about having compassion along the way was the saying, but we also said it's compassion. We can show compassion by being with others. So if anyone has a good story about a way that you were with others this week, maybe you joined someone for an activity, maybe you were just a really good friend to somebody in some way, maybe you sent a note or gave a gift or sat and watched a movie with someone you really love, like tell me your stories of compassion. Or is there something you did to be with someone else this week? And if you have something you can share, go ahead and write it in the chat box. I think I show up this way, so I'll point that way. Or is it that way? That way or that way? It's away from the painting. So no, it's towards the painting. So that way. So if you have a story, share it with us. I want to hear. I'm so excited. We got to hear the story of Ruth, or at least the first part of Ruth's story. It's one of my favorite stories from the Bible, where Ruth and Naomi become such good friends just by being with each other, especially during hard times. So I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when life is really hard, I don't really need anyone to fix it. But if people can't fix it, I would just love for them to be with me, because it reminds me that I'm not alone, that people remember me, and it just makes hard things a little bit easier to get through. It's kind of similar to the story we had a couple weeks ago, where I was scared to go up to the lantern room, and I solved that problem by inviting Pinchy to go with me, and he went along, and just him being with me made me feel so much better. It made me feel brave. So compassion can do that for us. I'm going to get up and close the door real quick. Oh, you had family in town, Mulebauers. That's nice. So you were with them. I bet they loved spending time with you. I bet your grandma loved it, and that your uncle is going to be really excited to see you guys and hang out. So it sounds like you have some special times ahead. Hondo says that you guys played a game night. Did you play video games or like a board game or card game? That sounds great. One of our family's favorite things to do is to play games as well. So maybe in a future episode, we'll have to play some board games with the Lighthouse crew. That could be fun. I wonder which of them is the most competitive. Like if we played a game, would Vicky or the Holy Mackerel or Pinchy be the one who tries to win hardest? I wonder. If you have a guess, go ahead and let us know in the chat. So cool. It sounds like you guys did some special things this week to really offer compassion to others just by being with them. Domino's? I love Domino's. Oh my gosh. I love Domino's pizza. I love Domino's the game. everything about dominoes. I love just setting dominoes up and then knocking them over, so it makes a whole bunch of noise. So very cool. You guys think the shark would be the most competitive? Vicky is a shark. Sharks are, I don't want to say predators, but you know, they can be a little rough. You know, they're goal oriented, at least is what we might say. So, oh man, this is a lot of fun. I'm really glad to see you guys. We have some art to show off. You might recognize some of this because some of it is probably stuff that you made. So Logan and Luke, you'll see we still have the picture of your compassion centerpiece up here. It looks so great. Has it survived the last 3 weeks? There were flowers and things in it, so I wonder if maybe you had to put new flowers in. But we've gotten lots of the coloring pages in with those really cool prayers and Bible verses. We've gotten, I think, every single compassion story coloring in so far. Compassion at the table, compassion by myself, compassion to the neighbor. Awesome. Great job, everybody. We've gotten some of your games that are sent in. Kim sent in her bravery comic strip. Thank you, Kim. That is so nice of you. Oh, the flowers are fake. Well, then they survive all the time. That's a great way to go. So the papers are struggling. Yep. Sometimes it's hard to get everything in. In your centerpiece. Yeah, the questions. Yeah, they might not last a long time. We've gotten a couple pieces of the mural back. We've got some more down here. But I'm counting, and we only have about 8 out of 60. So we might have to have a coloring party sometime soon, or maybe just drop off extras at this week's bag pickup, because we only have 1 more week. On Monday, it's week 5 bag pickup. So hopefully we can get some of those in. If any of you guys are willing to color extra ones for us, or have siblings that like to color, let us know. We'll put some extra ones in your bags this week. But we've got a bunch of those in. That's so cool. I saw another group finish the mural, and they put their photo up, and it looks so awesome when it's all together. I can't wait for you guys to see it. And we've got some prizes here for the prize wheel that will come up. We'll do the prize wheel at the end. We'll do story in a little bit. We'd love to color extras. Oh, that would be so great. I'd love it if you guys would do that for us. I'll make sure to give you guys a couple extra this week. So, but I hope everyone's doing well. We will go ahead. Let's go right into story time. That's my favorite time. We have a couple books we can go with. Did we pick one or the other? You know, we are here at the Lighthouse, so I think I'm going to go with the more oceany one. But if you guys like the first book and you really want me to read a second, just let me know in the chat, and we'll do a second one at the very end maybe. But this is one of our favorite books here in the Lighthouse. It's Eric Carle's book. Have you read an Eric Carle book before? He has a really cool one about a spider. I remember that one from when I was a kid. And The Hungry Caterpillar and Brown Bear, What Do I See? Right? Am I getting that title right? And a whole bunch of others that I can't think of right now. We have some more coming soon. Oh, cool. Yeah, great. Thank you so much for coloring those pages for us. So this is one of our favorites. And it very much goes along with a lot of the themes of compassion that we saw in the Ruth story. And we're just going to read it together. It's going to be a lot of fun. It goes like this. Ooh, first of all, I love Eric Carle's. What kind of painting do you call this, Sarah? Those like oils, or it's not watercolors, right? Because you can kind of see the texture. It's very nice. Whatever it is. I wish I knew more about art. Maybe one of you knows. This is A House for Hermit Crab. There's a cool fish there. And I'm going to turn the thing so you can see the pages really easily. Time to move, said Hermit Crab one day in January. I've grown too big for this shell. He had felt safe and snug in his shell, but now it was too snug. Hermit Crab stepped out of the shell and onto the floor of the ocean. Ooh, he has to be brave. But it was frightening out in the open sea without a shell to hide in. What if a big fish comes along and attacks me? He thought. I must find a new home soon. So there he is, hopping out of his shell, just a little bit too small. And hermit crabs have to do that. They have to find bigger and bigger shells the bigger and bigger they get. Make sure I'm not skipping a page. Early in February, hermit crab found just the house he was looking for. It was a big shell and strong. He moved right in, wiggling and waggling about inside to see how it felt. It felt just right. But it looks so, well, plain, thought hermit crab. He's going to have to find a way to make his shell, feels like he wants it to be, it's missing something. Let's see if anyone can help him out. In March, hermit crab met some sea anemones. They swayed gently back and forth in the water. Here, I'll sway a little bit. How beautiful you are, said hermit crab. Would one of you be willing to come and live on my house? It is so plain. It needs you. I'll come, whispered a small sea anemone. Gently, hermit crab picked it up with his claw and put it on his shell. So he met some anemones, and one of them volunteered to go with him. It's kind of cool. Does Soren want to join us for the story? In April, hermit crab passed a flock of starfish moving slowly along the seafloor. How handsome you are, said hermit crab. Would one of you be willing to decorate my house? I would, signaled a little sea star. Carefully, hermit crab picked it up with his claw and put it on his house. So he's already got an anemone. And now there's a little sea star that's going to join him as well. In May, hermit crab discovered some coral. They were hard and didn't move. How pretty you are, said hermit crab. Would one of you be willing to help make my house more beautiful? I would, creaked a crusty coral. Gingerly, hermit crab picked it up with his claw and placed it on his shell. So he's already got an anemone and a star, and now he's going to have some coral too. Why do you think everyone he's met so far is willing to say yes? I wonder if it's because when hermit crab asks, he always compliments them first. He says something nice about them. In June, hermit crab came to a group of snails crawling over a rock on the ocean floor. They grazed as they went, picking up algae and bits of debris and leaving a neat path behind them. How tidy and hardworking you are, said hermit crab. Would one of you be willing to come and help clean my house? I would, offered one of the snails. Happily, hermit crab picked it up with his claw and placed it on his shell. So he told them he saw how hardworking they are, and one of them decided to become part of his group. Hermit crab is really good at kind of building a team, huh? Everyone's coming with them along the way. In July, hermit crab came upon several, do you know what these are? Sea urchins. They had sharp, prickly needles. How fierce you look, said hermit crab. Would one of you be willing to protect my house? I would, answered a spiky sea urchin. That's my sea urchin voice. Gratefully, hermit crab picked it up with his claw and placed it near his shell. So he's got the snail, he's got the anemone, he's got the coral, he's got the sea star. And now there's going to be an urchin on there too. And this one, nope. In August, hermit crab and his friends wandered into a forest of seaweed. It's so dark in there, thought hermit crab. How dim it is, whispered the sea anemone. How gloomy it is, whispered the starfish. How murky it is, complained the coral. I can't see, said the snail. It's like a nightmare, cried the sea urchin. Do you think they're going to go in? And they might be willing to. They're all together. They did go in. Oh, they were brave by sticking together. In September, hermit crab spotted a school of lanternfish darting through the dark water. How bright you are, said hermit crab. Would one of you be willing to light up our house? I would, replied one of the lanternfish, and it swam over near the shell. So lanternfish, they give off light. That'll be a good friend to have in a dark seaweed forest. In October, Hermit Crab approached a pile of smooth pebbles. How sturdy you are, said Hermit Crab. Would you mind if I rearranged you? Not at all, answered the pebbles. I didn't know pebbles could talk. Hermit Crab picked them up one by one with his claw and built a wall around his shell. Now my house is perfect, cheered Hermit Crab. Oh my gosh, he's got coral. He's got a snail. He's got an anemone. He's got a sea star. He's got a lanternfish. He's got an urchin. Now he's got pebbles put all around him. He's built such a group of friends. But in November, Hermit Crab felt that his shell seemed a bit too small. Little by little over the year, Hermit Crab had grown. Soon he would have to find another bigger home. But he had come to love his friends, the sea anemone, the starfish, the coral, the sea urchin, the snail, the lanternfish, and even the smooth pebbles. They have been good to me, Crab. They are like a family. How could I ever leave them? Oh no. He's too big for the shell. But he doesn't want to leave them all alone. They figure out. In December, a smaller hermit crab passed by. I have outgrown my shell, she said. Would you know of a place for me? I have outgrown my house, too, answered Hermit Crab. I must move on. You are welcome to live here, but you must promise to be good to my friends. I promise, said the little crab. He built up a strong group, like a family, like a club, like a class. But now it's time for him to leave. But he didn't want to leave them all alone. And look, he built up something so good that it's just ready to get it off to someone else. That's pretty cool. In January, Hermit Crab stepped out, and the little crab moved in. Couldn't stay in that little shell forever, said Hermit Crab as he waved goodbye. The ocean floor looked wider than he had remembered, but Hermit Crab wasn't afraid. Soon he spied the perfect house, a big, empty shell. It looked, well, a little plain, but sponges, he thought, barnacles, clownfish, sand dollars, electric eels. Oh, there's so many possibilities. I can't wait to get started. So I bet he misses all of his old friends. He knows that they'll have the new crab to take care of. And now, as much as he misses his old friends, he's excited to meet new friends. And that's the end of the story. But if we wrote the next chapter or a sequel to this book, I bet the hermit crab was so nice. Everywhere he went, he complimented people. He invited them, if they felt lonely or something, to be with him. He built community wherever he went and made friends by being nice and kind to others. I bet he's going to make a lot of new friends as well. And you know, something special is coming up for a lot of you guys pretty soon. You are all, probably a lot of you, I think, are about to start a new year at school. And you'll probably have a new class. And you might know some people in your class from previous years, but you might meet a lot of new people as well. And you might not see some other people that you used to see every day. And you might feel a little sad about that. And that's okay. The hermit crab felt sad when he left his friends too. Feeling sad like that means that you really loved those people and that they were very special to you. But I bet your guys' hearts are so full of love and compassion and kindness that when you go into a new year, even if you have a new class or maybe even a whole new school, you'll be able to make a lot of new friends that'll love you and be friends with you, and that you'll have lots of new adventures with them, just like the hermit crab. I really like that story. I hope you really liked it too. If you have a book that you would like us to read, like next time we do a live stream or on a future episode of the Lighthouse, feel free to let me know. You can send us an email or you can put it in the chat, and we'll keep a list of those ideas because VBS is closing up. We're headed into week 5 of VBS, and that's going to be the last week of Compassion Camp. But that doesn't mean that any of this is over. We are really excited to keep doing stuff here at the Lighthouse and making silly stories for you guys to watch and thinking of cool crafts and projects that you guys can do at home. Because even if VBS is over, we still want to continue to grow our hearts big with God's love each week and to learn how to go out and to share that love with others. And so that's going to keep going. And we've had so much fun hanging out with the Lighthouse crew, with Bicky and the Holy Mackerel and Pinchy, that I think we're going to keep doing it. So I hope you guys have been liking it all along the way. If you have a favorite moment from an episode you watched recently, let us know, because that helps us think of what kinds of good stories to tell you guys as we go into the future. That is our storybook. Do you guys want to do the prize wheel? I bet. Soren, do you want to help with the prize wheel? Soren, can you help me show off the prizes that we have today? Soren, what is this? What are these?
These are pencil holders.
Yeah, we've got some pencil cases. A lot of you guys are going to be doing school, probably at home, maybe with a pod or something like that until schools open up. We thought you could use some handy places to keep your pencils and markers and things organized. So we've got some pencil cases.
There's a duck.
There is. There's a wooden duck. And one of you, if you spin it on the spinner, can win this amazing wooden duck. You can name it whatever you want. He does look like a mallard, so it is a boy, I guess, unless someone else knows more about ducks than I do. And if you win him, I hope you give him a really good home. Maybe you could put him on your back, just like the hermit crab did. We've got some silly scented markers. Those haven't been won yet. We've got this cool unicorn notebook. And Soren, what happens if I turn it a little bit? I don't know if it shows up on the camera, but what happens? Yeah, all the unicorns dance a little bit. That's pretty cool. That's fun. We've got some folders. No one's won folders yet. I think folders are awesome. I love school supplies. I don't know if you guys have noticed.
And
so we've got folders.
Color and sticker book.
Yeah, there's a color and sticker activity book. We've only got one activity book, but anyone who spins it, if we run out, we'll just go get more so we can deliver it to you guys.
The mysterious suitcase.
This is holding up the sign. It's not really a prize to be won. But what's this last one, Soren? Yep, no one has spun the bubble machine yet. We have a pineapple-shaped bubble machine that you can win. So I'm going to scoot all of this out of the way, and we're going to get the wheel up here. And Soren, would you help me spin the wheel for all the kids watching? Okay.
Me now. I took over.
Whoa! All right, here, scoot out.
No, I took over.
You need to scoot out, or otherwise we can't spin the wheel for all the kids. All right, I'm going to adjust the camera, and I'm going to bring it closer. And let's see, Hondo, I believe your family was the first one in, so we are going to let you have the first spin. Do you want to write the word spin really big in the chat? And that'll tell me when to spin it, or to have Soren spin it for you. I'm going to hold it steady. And sometimes the delay is long, so if I don't see a big spin from you soon, I'll go ahead and have Soren spin. We'll do a countdown. All right, think about what it is that you want to win. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. Get ready, get excited. All right, Soren, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hondo gets a pencil case. Yay! I hope you like pencil cases, buddy. All right, let's see. Nayeli, I think you are in next because you were here with Hondo. So, Soren, I'm going to count down again for Nayeli. Can you come over here and be ready? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spin. One of our little spinners must have fallen off. Figure out how to fix it. And Nayeli got spin again. So we're going to go ahead and spin again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spin it real good. Oh, spinning backwards. You're a very talented spinner, buddy. Legos! And I think you guys all won Legos last week, which I didn't see you guys at pickup, so I didn't get to give them to you. I'll make sure you get your Legos from last week, and Nayeli gets double Legos. I hope Nayeli really likes Legos. Anyway, Soren, can you spin for Logan? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is for Logan. Spin it really good. Spin it, spin it, spin it. Logan, 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 and hopefully Sarah's taking notes. Logan gets markers! I hope you like markers. They're the smelly ones. So, cool, cool, cool. You'll have to let me know which marker has the best smell. All right, and we're going to spin for Luke. 1, 2, 3. Go for Luke. Oh, try again. All right. All right. Luke gets a notebook. Ooh, you can draw and write in it. That'll be really cool. Are we missing anybody? Is there anyone else out there? I suppose I could spin for one parent for each family.
There's me.
Soren, we need to spin for you. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do you want? You want the duck? You want the bubble machine? You want the notebook? You want a folder? A really sweet folder? Kids love folders. Folder! Yay, here, I can give it to you right here. Soren, you have won the mighty 90s designed folder. What do you have to say for yourself? He loves it.
I want a duck.
Well, the duck will continue to live here until someone wins the duck. Did we miss anyone else out there? If we did, chime in, let us know soon. If you're not in the chat, you could send us an email. We'll spin for you later. But that's all we had planned. I was going to pray for us real quick. Yep, there's the pigeon. He's making a guest appearance. I better get him out of there before we have any copyright issues.
Why?
So, well, I don't know if Mo Willems wants us using the pigeon on our show. Anyway, do you guys read the pigeon books? They're my favorite books of all time. I just think they're so great. But let me pray for you guys before we go, and then we'll wrap up. We are right on time. We have 3 minutes left. If anyone has any questions for us in the Lighthouse, this is a good time to type those into the chat. If you have a question for me or for Pinchy, I can turn around and ask him for answers. But let me go ahead and pray for us, okay? God, thank you so much that you have made us kind of like the hermit crab and all the creatures that follow along with him that he makes friends with. You've made all of us friends. And what a wonderful gift it is to be friends with others, to share the things we love with them, to spin wheels and share stories, and to grow together as friends in love and compassion. God, I thank you for all the kids and all the parents who tuned in tonight. We pray that they have a fantastic week. God, it's kind of a hard time right now because most of us are stuck at home and we don't know what school is going to be like this year. And we don't know what work is going to be like this year for those of us who are older and things like that. But God, thank you that you are teaching us to be compassionate and loving, even when times are very weird and different. Help us all to be with each other and to be good friends. Amen. Cool. This was so much fun. But this is it. This is it. Soren, do you want to come and say goodbye to everybody?
Bye.
Soren, you look a lot like a pizza delivery person I saw recently.
What?
I don't know. It just seems kind of strange. So we hope you watched this week's episode. If you liked it, let us know. That helps encourage us a whole bunch. And there's a new episode coming out on Monday, episode 5, the last one of Compassion Camp.
The pizza I was supposed to order is on fire! Ah!
I gotta go. Apparently there's a fiery pizza. So bye, everyone. It was so good to see you. Take care.